every profession utilizes protective apparel from commercial kitchens to construction sites. It protects the user from injuries caused by hard collisions, electrical risks, heat, and various substances. Therefore, it is a must to have them. In this video, we will showcase top 7 protective gears that could save your life. If you don't want to miss any of these incredible innovations, keep watching the video. Number 1. Protective gloves. 40% of reported workplace injuries involve the hands, our primary working instrument. Of those, 70% could have been prevented if workers had worn protective gloves. Manufacturers nowadays are actively working to make the workplace safer for construction employees. Protective gloves made by the American company Hex Armor are only one example of how the market receives improved versions yearly. Although at first glance, they appear identical to ordinary gloves, there are several significant differences. The first of these protective technologies is a layered material called super fabric that is impervious to axing and poking. The gloves shield the hands from sharp objects such as needles, wood chips, or metal wires. Hex Armor Mud Grip is the name of the second innovation, which entails coating the palm with a unique solution to improve grip. The IRX technology uses thermoplastic rubber to absorb and dissipate impact energy, while TPX, which does not absorb oil or liquids, is used for hand protection. Number 2. Material POLICIAL clothing. We live in a dangerous world, which means that not even the most skilled fighters are immune to injury. What will occur when faced by a criminal with a sharp object is unpredictable. You are currently observing a professional fighter with years of experience inflicting fabricated injuries and disarming his opponents. As a result, we must all pay close attention to our safety, especially since doing so is easier now than say 10 years ago. Examine the protective apparel manufactured by Material Palacio. It is available to both Secret Service agents and ordinary individuals. Almost all of us attend events where people are occasionally aggressive. These clothing, including her t-shirts and underpants, are made from a particular material. They are breathable, odor-resistant, and offer protection against cuts and punctures. Number 3. Ratnik. This is not a movie scene in which the protagonist ignores the sound of an explosion. This extraordinary piece of equipment has been created for the safety of test subjects in the military and the Secret Service. This is the Russian Ratnik system. Though an older model than the one we showed you before, as you can see, it is designed to keep the wearer safe through explosions. The revolutionary material protects its wearer from open fire for 30 seconds and against shrapnel, grenades, and mines simultaneously. A number of companies, including the Central Research Center for Precision Machine Construction, are responsible for creating safety gear. Number 4. Knee blades. Numerous occupations demand long periods spent in an uncomfortable position, specifically on the knees. Even if nothing can be done about it, you do not have to tolerate the pain and discomfort in your knees. The solution is kneecaps. First, a regular kneecap fastened to the body with a strap. Second, a kneecap pad with 3 wheels. When the device is securely attached to the knees, it allows incredible user movement. You no longer have to repeatedly get down on your knees and then stand back up. Stress your spine and joints. Instead, you can just push and roll to the correct location. A pair of knee blades costs $60 and contain a gel pad designed to help disperse body weight and alleviate knee pressure. Number 5. Ratnik III. The featured uniform is a concept for a new kind of uniform for Russian troops that are set to be implemented in 2025. Combat efficiency and robustness are what Ratnik is all about. Future soldiers will look like Ratnik III. The unconventional form of machinery is a structural advantage. Miniature drones embedded in the ground vehicle could aid in navigation. There's also an inbuilt health analysis feature that works in real time. The wearable tech detects wounds by keeping tabs on the user's heart rate, oxygen levels in the blood, and blood pressure. The module can diagnose injuries, and data from the battlefield can be shown on the headgear. 40 components work together to ensure your safety, including a targeting system, miniature weaponry, and protective skin. Active exoskeletons make it easier to move about. Number 6. Protective boots. However, when doing some types of labor, it is necessary to safeguard your hands and your feet. Unique protective boots will shield your feet from the dangers above and below you. This pair of shoes by the American company McCulloch is an example. It's not strange that a company that makes and sells chainsaws would also produce boots that might keep your feet safe from the tool's cutting edge. A tough protective material is applied to the shoe bottoms. It's made of long threads that get caught in the saw's chain and stop it from cutting. An additional steel plate protects the fingers in addition to the toes. The manufacturer also made sure that the footwear was both lightweight and comfortable. Number 7. Chainsaw Chaps. 1/3 of American households possess a potentially lethal electric chainsaw. In light of this, we would like to underline the measures used when working with it. We've already addressed shoes that can protect in the event of an accident. Nevertheless, when working with a saw, shoes alone are not enough to feel safe. You should get chaps to wear over your hands when using a chainsaw. These items are manufactured by various companies, including the German brand, but they provide the same role as the boots we stated earlier. Inside is a specific fiber with a high modulus that is robust enough to keep the chain and ultimately halt the tool. Observe that there are only a few seconds between when the saw meets the chaps and when it stops completely. This is crucial since it is quick enough to protect your body. Even these cushions cannot ensure you won't have an accident, but they can prevent serious injuries, which is a plus. And that completes our video for today. We hope you enjoyed learning the top 7 protective gears that could save your life. Which of them are you most excited about? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content such as this.